guys, this is Erin, Katie, and Adia, and we are 29 and chronically online. Before we get into this episode, I just wanted to remind you of a few things. We are on Instagram at 29and.co, and we're on TikTok at 29and co. You should follow us wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google. And we also have a YouTube channel, so you can watch our video episodes there. We thank you so much for your support, and now on to the tea.
Welcome back, guys. Tell your boyfriend if he has beef.
Hi.
Oh, you're my boyfriend?
Is that a hard launch on the pod?
I'm a vegetarian. And I ain't fucking scared of him. Because today we're talking about beef, folks.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you did that on purpose, like skipping the beef part.
No, I was like doing like the anticipation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good at it.
If your boyfriend has beef, please let us know, because today we're talking about beefs between people.
Yeah. Anybody and everybody.
Anybody and everybody.
No one is
your
off
mom
the
and your
list.
uncle, beef. My dad and my mom, beef. Like, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm ready. I wish that I like had some personal beef, but
I feel like each list like a beef that we have with someone.
I'm gonna have to think for a second because
Can we start off with that?
Am I the asshole was like
that would
the
actually be
beef.
so funny.
That was. Yeah.
I know.
I have a multiple actual beefs with people.
Okay.
Like real life people. Aaron, do you have beef? Like a real life beef?
I'm trying to think. I feel like if you give me like 5 minutes, like you talk about yours, I'll think about mine, and then
Okay.
I'll say my beef.
Yes, my real life beef is with this lady that I used to work with. And she did not like me. She was like a grown ass woman. Mind you, I was like 25 or something. Like I was just a girl. Like I was just coming in to work, just to hang out basically. She had so much beef with me. Like I'd ask her a question and she'd be like, I'm not answering that. Or like just like the attitude. I'm like, what did I do to you? Is it because I'm hot and young and sexy and you're like old and like haggard? Like what's the
like retiring
problem?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like what's going on here? Like it was like an actual beef with like a 50-year-old woman, and I'm like,
that's the wild thing about
that's iconic.
Like
honestly,
you have a beef with Debbie in accounting because he keeps messing up your paychecks. Like that's just ridiculous.
You're like Debbie. It's the same every week.
That's
like, come on.
Like this is just a joke to me. Like I'm too young to be having a beef with a grown woman. Like,
yeah,
that's just you're doing too much. Like,
yeah,
get a hobby. But I've had like that happen like twice with like grown people. Like having beef.
If I had 2 nickels for
it's not a lot, but it's enough. It's enough. Other beef. Enough. I mean, you guys know like my monthly beefs that I have.
Yeah.
People. So
just as things happen,
as they come.
Oh yeah,
as they come. Gosh, if I had to think of like a current beef though, I'd probably say my sister.
Oh my god!
I was just about to say my sister. That's my
beef. If I had to think of like
but you go ahead
beef,
first.
It's gonna say my sister. She's on my close friend story, and every time she fucking responds, it's something, and I'm like, I cannot take your responses. Like I know I'm unhinged, but like she just does stuff that's just like you're not with the vibes of the close friend group.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna have to remove you. Like I'm beefing with you now because of like the shit that you're saying. Or like she'll tell my mom something that like I posted on close friends, or like I just told her. Like I called her, I was like, hey, I'm giving Feeney a haircut. He's getting like a mullet. She called my mom the second I told her that and was like, Dia's cutting Feeney's hair. My mom texted me in all caps, don't cut his hair. I'm like, this has been a 2-minute conversation.
Yeah.
Like, why are you beefing?
I just told her. Like,
I just told her. Yeah. So yeah, I'm beefing with my sister. And I'll call her out too. I'll tag her.
First of all, tag her. I was going to say I'm beefing with my sister Jay because she doesn't respond at all. Like literally, like me and my older sister Jordan, shout out her, because she stays responding. Like we'll be chatting in our sister group chat and then Jay silence. And I was like, girl, hello, we're asking questions. We're like, I'm not saying you need to respond to every single text message of ours, but like every once in a while,
respond, please. Like
Okay.
that's
Even a
the part of the
reaction.
Yeah.
Even a
literally.
reaction.
But then
Yeah.
she's like silent and she's like, oh, sorry, I was who knows? She never says actually sorry. She's just like, oh, sorry, didn't see this. What do you mean? You're always on your phone. You're a Gen Z. Moving on. That's
Oh,
the me.
Jay.
That's
Come
the
on,
energy
Jay.
we're bringing into this episode.
Yes, that's great. Let's keep it up. Katie, what's your beef?
I'm not beefing with my sister. Let's throw that out there.
We love Nikki. Shout out Nikki.
Love Nikki on this pod, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just got back from a river cruise with my parents and my aunts and my uncle.
I love
Where
that.
did you go?
That's the tea. Yeah.
That is the tea. Beefing with your family who went on the river cruise.
No, let's
the
hear.
the tea is they were doing like this I guess there was a deal for certain rooms, and so my aunt like didn't have a roommate, and so my sister got to go.
Oh, so if
So
you
then
went,
yeah, so my mom calls me and she's like, we're taking Nikki, but like if you want to come, you and Scott can pay for your own. It's like thousands. Like I'm not
Obviously, I'm not.
like I'm gonna plan my own vacation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay.
oh, that's wild.
So, yeah,
Wow.
but she was texting me. She was beefing with our family while she was there because she's
Okay.
one under the age of like
Oh shit, yeah.
literally 60 on that
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait to be home. The internet was spotty, so like
She couldn't watch the idea of you. Like
Oh,
she was
yeah,
struggling.
she was struggling.
Did she come back so we can talk about that?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
for
thanks.
sure.
Because
for sure.
I haven't watched
Watching
it yet.
right now. She's
She's
texting me.
oh my gosh.
I haven't
love that.
watched it
Okay.
yet. I'm waiting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm waiting probably like tomorrow. Or
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
We're gonna do
I need to
a
watch it
fanfic
alone.
episode, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
No, honestly,
I
it's
need
like
to
a
watch
whole,
it alone.
You're
Like,
gonna have
It's a whole moment. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
I've already seen a spoiler and it's already like wrecked me, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
bad. It's bad. But I'm sure I have tons of beef. I feel like I am a hater and like definitely have some. I mean,
Mhm.
again, that am I the asshole moment. That's still valid. That's still like
Mhm.
beef. I feel like, although
Yeah.
it's pretty. It's like cold. I don't know.
I mean, I think your
We've
biggest
been-
beef has been Affleck.
For sure, but like my other beef this week specifically is the book we're reading. Like I'm beefing with the author of the book we're reading right now.
I'm beefing with the author we're reading right now, and like there's no redeeming qualities of
We're like
this.
Googling this bitch. Like, how old is she? Is it a
At
she?
first, I thought it
Like,
was a man, but then it was like she
Yes.
lives with her family in Australia, and I was like,
yeah. They
girl,
were
why
writing-
are you portraying women like this?
It is the main character is so insufferable.
The
It's embarrassing. And so that's why I thought it was a man too, because I'm like, only a man could write a woman this poor.
Literally,
No. And then I'm like,
No.
she's got to be like 18. Pretend like because some of
No.
the girl in the story is like, Mom, I'm 22. I don't need to get married. I have a job now. And it's like
And she's like, she's so
That's like-
entitled. This is just
Yeah.
a whole nother
it's a whole
side note. She's so
thing.
entitled, but it's like she just
I'm literally reading every
just, like-
Goodreads review, like beefing with this fucking author.
gosh.
I'm mad at her.
yeah. The only redeeming person is the male main character, and even that is spotty right now.
No, it is because okay, I mentioned before we started recording, the main like the love interest is like a jester,
Yeah.
but I'm like 95% sure he's got 3 personas in this book because I
Yeah.
searched his name because I needed to know when things were gonna like
Yeah.
they didn't even meet until like 30% in. So I'm like, I need to know what's going on here. So I
No, it's
Googled-
chaotic.
I
Yeah,
searched some things on Kindle and he's got like 3 different personas, but
he
she
does.
writes
I
them
can
as-
confirm.
yeah. She literally writes them as different characters. So it's like I don't know how she's gonna make them one person because they feel like I know they're meant to feel like different characters because that's the point where it's like he's a jester, but he's also a healer or whatever. But it's like you still have to have something tying those people
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Like
It's also chaotic because spoiler alert, the girl, she like finds out his name and she calls him the different names
Yeah.
periodically throughout the thing. So it's not just like she sticks with one. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, Jester, or oh, this, or oh, that. And I'm like,
how
searched,
do you
I
girl,
searched all of them.
track of
Finnegan,
that?
Cornelius,
Crazy.
Jester. I'm like,
How far are you guys
Yeah.
in this book?
I'm only like 40 5%.
I'm like
Aaron's
75% through
Bless your
because I was
heart.
walking and listening.
we're
and
hate
at
reading.
Hey,
2.5
yeah.
speed, like don't get it twisted.
Oh
The
my
group
gosh.
chat has been blowing up because we all hate her.
I'm glad
Like,
I'm not in this then. Yeah.
literally, I
Yeah.
opened my computer
For
to
next book?
150 messages between just Aaron and Savannah because I hadn't opened them yet.
I wake
Like-
up and there are like 70 messages from like Katie and Savannah.
No.
It's
No.
crazy.
It's like-
Is the group chat muted? Is that one muted? Oh my
Not for
god.
me.
I don't have it
know.
muted.
Yeah, me
Mm-mm.
neither.
Shoot,
Yeah,
guys.
it's just like. So I mean, it's a good book because we have a lot to say about it. But like,
Yeah.
I'm literally
Yeah,
gonna
there's a
fight
lot to
that, like-
discuss, but it's terrible.
She's like doing a book signing and you guys are like going to like it's like literally fist fighter in the parking lot.
I would.
I mean,
I'd be
the
like,
thing-
actually, I have a question. Why
How
did you
dare you?
write this?
we had a whole dissertation in the group chat today. Like, she needs a better editor. This could have been like a trilogy. The whole first book, the first 200 pages could have been cut. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even
Literally.
kidding.
Oh shit.
It's like that could have been its
The
own
book is
or just cut
550 pages, and it's
Yes.
like could have been 250.
Yeah, for sure could have been 250. It could have been a prologue for the first 200 pages, and then it's
That's
literally-
wild.
It's a mess. It's a
I'd
mess.
be so mad if I read that and that at the end. Like
We'll
I
just
would
have
have
to
to
see.
fight her at a book signing. Like I would have
Yeah,
Like,
like
the way
I will fly to Australia and fight her.
to. Mm-hmm.
The way there's a second book, and already all three of us are like, it's not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. No matter what happens,
a
I still have
Spark Notes
60%
version.
left. Like,
I
and
don't
I'm
know if you're
already.
gonna finish it.
Oh, I'm finishing.
You're gonna
it, for
finish?
sure.
We have to finish it.
The problem is I can't stop thinking about it. Like you know what I mean?
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
I started work this morning. I was like, okay, I can put the audiobook on while I work. And then I was like, wait, no, Erin, like focus on work for an hour at least and then start the audiobook. Like I couldn't
Start the day
anyway.
off right.
It's wild. So I wish I had better beef than that, but she's definitely got my blood pressure spiked.
I mean, we just talked about her for 10 minutes. Like it's
Damn.
we're
Well,
beefing.
biggest beef this week is that lady. Like it's
I wish
It's
that's
a
not even
fact.
the biggest beef this week.
oh shit.
Well,
there's-
you
what's
know.
big beef?
The beef
I
that
thought you
we're
thought
gonna
about,
we're all here
No,
for.
I thought you were talking about like personally. I thought you were talking about personally. I'm like, there's bigger beef than that.
You're like, what? No.
Yeah, no. The reason we're here today is to talk about big ass beef.
Yeah.
And the
Mainly
biggest-
between celebrities.
Yeah.
Not
Yes.
us. But
yes, yes. Although we
the
do
biggest
have
one.
beefs for other people though. Like we
True.
do have like beefs.
Is this what are you saying what I think you're saying right now?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm not saying we have beef for
Okay,
each other. No, I'm
okay.
just saying like
Just
we're
talk about Ye and Swift.
We will be getting to that
We're
one
gonna-
for sure.
we're gonna
We
get-
will.
the biggest beef right now is with Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Obviously, if you
Yeah.
have an
Yeah.
ounce of like
You're not
time,
Patrick Star.
If you're on
Don't live under a rock, and you definitely heard about it.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
yes. And if you haven't, then like you're just oblivious.
I don't
But
even think you need to be on the internet for
I
that.
don't-
Then you live under a rock. You
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely live under a rock.
you're like Amish or something. I mean, it's gotten to
I
the
think the
Yeah.
Amish know. I think they're
you know they might.
They could get wind of it. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it's rough out here.
It is rough.
It really
Oh,
is.
Well,
oh,
for Drake, it is, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
shit.
Yeah.
Wait, who was
Wait,
it?
so okay, I know we're gonna get to
Or
more,
two,
but
guess.
I was thinking today,
Yeah.
I need to know because like I think we're all on the same page, but somebody here had Drake in their top 5 artists last year. so
I have a
I need us
rebuttal to
each
that.
to.
exactly.
This is not a
Each-
Morgan Wallen situation.
J. Cole was in my top 5.
He's tapped out. He
that's
he
what I'm
took
saying.
the L.
Yeah,
I'll
he's
just say.
good.
Yeah, he's
he,
out.
He got in. He got out at the right
We're
time.
less worried about him right now.
But yes, Drake being in my not even top 5, he was
Yeah.
top 2. It was
Okay.
Morgan Wallen and Drake. I will say that.
We
You
know.
know how to pick him, Adia. That's all I'm
Here's
saying. Like,
the
Yeah.
thing.
Wow.
Here's the thing. Morgan Wallen is like different. It was a one-off thing.
it clearly wasn't.
Like
Oh my gosh.
it was a one-off thing. It was a one-off thing. He apologized. Whatever, you know? But Drake, it's like it's like a pattern. It's like a history, right?
Morgan Wallen is turning into a pattern with the chair.
Okay, but that wasn't racist.
I don't
though.
know what-
Okay, like he's just
I don't
an
know what
alcoholic.
Morgan-
What I'm saying,
Oh
what
my-
I'm saying is I can't consider myself a Drake fan, like after all this stuff. Like beforehand, sure. Like
We
I
knew he was with girls when he
He
was
was
in your
That's
top
what
2.
I'm saying, like, they-
know, like
True.
did we know or was it just like
No,
like
we
You're
knew.
saying no, we
rumblings in
knew.
the
You with Millie Bobby Brown came out like 8 years ago.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Like it was pretty big. Like if you're a Drake fan and you missed
Idea,
it,
please.
jokes to miss it.
Like
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like I'm sorry, but I'm calling ignorance on this one. Like I did not know. I did not know.
Adia, 8 years ago, we were 22 years old, and you were on the
Chronically
internet. Don't get
online,
it
for
twisted.
sure.
I have no recollection.
I know you're lying, and we're gonna let it go.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're gonna have
It's
to let it
okay.
go to move on, but just so the
Yeah.
audience is aware.
All I'm saying is I'm on Kendrick's side. Like I'm not
Okay, good.
defending Drake like at all. I think he's gotten like
We'll just have
just
to see how the top five ends up this year, and then we'll.
I mean
reconvene.
this year it's gonna be different. We're only 4 months in, so I still have time to like switch it up, you know?
Yeah, I know you've been listening to Morgan
I
Wallen.
love Morgan
I
drops
know
another
he's gonna
album.
be
He's got
number
time.
one, and
If
then,
Morgan drops an album, we already know where that's gonna be. It's not even gonna be a surprise. So let's just
even
start.
though the podcast episode of back in the day, you were like,
What was
if he
that?
drops a new album, I'm not listening to
Yeah,
it.
you did say that.
I don't recall saying that like
We will be
at all.
Pull
pulling
up the
Nicholas.
receipts. We can
all.
literally pull up the receipts.
Pull up the receipts.
We will. Don't worry.
Pull
about
up the
it.
fucking
We will.
transcripts because
bet it's
I
on our
don't.
Instagram.
I don't remember saying that I
is.
wouldn't listen to it. I don't. I think I said something like it won't be like in my top, but like I don't
Mm-mm.
remember saying I wouldn't listen to. Like I would just be kidding myself.
That's okay. Like you can.
Anyway,
have
this
short-term
episode
memory
is
loss,
not
but
about me. Like,
well, it's about beef. No.
All three of us are beefing with you right now.
like I feel like
She's like, I'm a
holy
dad.
shit, guys. I'm being burned
Wow.
at the stake right now. Anyway,
Just like,
this-
what are the odds? Who else was in your top five? I don't even remember. We got to keep an eye on him.
I don't think she said.
Yeah, I don't know.
it was Drake.
Brown, Kanye.
Oh my. Oh my gosh. Katie's got jokes today. Chris Brown was not my top 5. Kanye was not my top 5. It was Jonas Brothers, Morgan Wallen,
Yeah.
Drake, probably some kid thing like fucking Baby Shark, and then like the band Camino. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was like
yeah.
my top 5.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I do remember now that you say
I mean, I'm not that bad.
But in
guys.
that podcast episode, she was defending
Yeah, you were
those
defending.
men. So anyway,
I never defended
You said
Morgan. Wallen.
separate the art from the artist.
You
Or-
did?
Listen.
wow, yeah.
I'm gonna get
Katie.
close here. I posed the question: can you separate the
Here's
art
the
from the
real
artist?
pod.
I'm gonna look dead ass in the camera. I posed the question. I did not say it.
But we knew where you were going and
Wait.
what's insinuated.
Exactly. Posing the question is
I didn't even have to be there, and I can tell you
Oh
where
my
I
God.
said what I said.
it's going.
oh
Wow.
my god.
And that's the end of this pod, folks. It was a nice run. You know, we had a great 37 episodes, but
We all turned 30 and had to
I'm-
hang it up.
you know, I feel like that fucking picture of Tiger Woods. No, not Cuba Gooding Jr. when he's being like led to jail. Like that's what I feel right now. That's gonna have to
I just feel like
Oh my god.
you have to answer for your crime.
try.
Yeah.
All I did was press play. All I did was press play. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
not like on the internet defending him. Like I
That's true.
I
That's true.
defend Joe on the internet. Like I
You're
don't
on our
defend-
podcast defending him. I don't know,
know, you
what
are
the
kinda-
internet is.
Being ignorant is just as worse sometimes in these arguments. I just want to say.
Moving on.
I don't know.
from
We might have to take a little breather.
this witch hunt. Moving on.
We'll be
from this
right back. No.
persecution. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. Welcome back, guys, to the pod. We're gonna be chatting about some other iconic beefs besides everyone in this room versus me.
Mhm.
There's some other great ones.
Mhm.
Great beefs, you know.
Yeah.
oh, I
Let's
have it
talk
pulled
more
up.
about the Drake Kendrick beef
Okay,
because it's juicy, and I did a full deep dive into it today.
Yes.
Yeah, you can lead us off, Erin.
So like started like the first song by Kendrick dropped in March, but really Drake released First Person Shooter.
J. Cole does refer to them as the big three, and then
Yes.
Kendrick got salty after that.
Yes, he didn't like
Yeah.
being referred to that.
Well, I thought I was looking up online. I thought like Kendrick was supposed to be in like a Drake song, but then he like
Drake is pop art.
wasn't in one. And then Drake was salty, and then Kendrick was like, big three, no big me.
I
Okay.
think that's where it started because Kendrick has had beef with Drake before
Mhm.
about stuff. Like Drake did something in Oakland. Kendrick's from Oakland. He didn't like it. That's why in one of the songs he was like, Oakland's going to be your last stop. As in like, show up in my city and you're done, my guy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
There's a whole Reddit thread of conspiracy that talks about Kendrick waiting for this beef for years and
I'm
actually
sure.
like holding back a lot of stuff.
I would be compiling.
That's the thing, like, to go
pre-made
in.
a lot of this material.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
you want to go in and be able to finish it. Like,
Oh,
that's
for sure.
Yeah.
If I knew
Unfortunately, only one of them is doing
that, literally, like if I knew
Yeah.
there was that much beef about someone I hated,
Yeah.
oh, I'd sit on that shit.
For
Like,
You like start with the receipts,
yeah,
like gathering evidence, gathering receipts and everything, and then just when the time comes, boom, release it. Yeah. So then Drake releases 2 songs, Push Ups and Taylor Made Freestyle. Taylor Made Freestyle is just a simp song to Taylor Swift. And I was listening to it today and I was like, what is happening?
I didn't listen to it.
I didn't either.
I listened to all the songs like in order from like beef to not, and I was like, oh, and like.
Well,
hearing the
Push Ups is
responses, I
kind
was
of
like,
okay. Push Ups is okay, but then like, oh, he also did Family Matters too. Drake did Family Matters,
That's the one I was
So-
thinking of.
which
yeah.
wasn't
So
good.
that was in mid-April, and then like Kendrick drops Euphoria, which
Banger.
Drake is a producer on,
banger.
and he calls him a scam artist. And so that was iconic. And then Kendrick also released 616 in LA, you know, going after OVO. And then Drake releases Family Matters. And that's where we're like this or last week, I guess. And then Kendrick releases Meet the Grams. And that was
That one was
Insane.
Brutal. I had to stop
one,
this song.
Yeah.
not even talking to Drake, like going, hi, Adonis, hi, like your mother, hi, blah, blah, blah. Like it was insane. And he was coming for them or like coming for Drake. And like, I was like, this is insanity to listen to.
Starting a song with your enemy's son's
Yeah.
name
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
insane.
And
Because
then
isn't
it's
Kendrick
like,
the one who leaked his
It was
identity
Pusha T.
originally?
It was
okay,
Pusha-
that's what it. Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
We all know how Pusha T is in this
We
house.
stand.
We do.
We stand PT up in here. So
oh gosh.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and then listen to this when you're 18 to Adonis, which is also like another dig at like Drake and the whole, you know,
underage.
under 18 moment. And then he also talks about Drake's hidden daughter,
Which
you know, TBD, we don't know.
the thing
Hidden.
is, when you have to start just saying that's not true, you lost. And that's exactly what
Yeah.
Drake did.
And
he
that's-
released a song that was
Yeah.
like, I released that info so that way you would make a it's like, no, you didn't.
didn't.
You truly didn't.
It also was like Drake was not fast enough to like come up with a song that also like brought back like Not Like Us, the like was a response to that. So like his song, what was it called? The Heart Part 6 was just about Meet the Grams. But then
I didn't
Not
hear
Like
that.
Us has also been
I didn't even
released.
listen to that one.
That's the thing is Kendrick songs are like topping charts.
Yeah,
and, like
yeah,
Drake's
yeah.
just like you have to
like
go look
viral.
For it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw that like his album Damn like was the most streamed album yesterday, and that was released.
That's a good ass
Yeah,
album.
I mean
Ages
it
ago.
is, but like it's just everything is in his favor right
It
now.
is 100%.
The
Yeah.
nail on the coffin for
And
Drake
so-
truly is that his record label was trying to squash this whole thing. That is so
That's
embarrassing. Even if
That's
you,
embarrassing.
yeah, Kendrick doesn't have to say anything after this. Drake could release a whole nother song and it wouldn't even matter.
No.
It just wouldn't.
He said everything
Yeah.
he's needed to say. You're
sure.
a pedophile. You're a manipulator. You're a weirdo.
You're a scam
You're a
artist.
scam artist. You're a liar. Like there's
And
you're
then
broke.
Drake
You're
in the Heart Part 6 is like
the worst.
The worst thing. You're broke. He did say that, right? Go back to Atlanta, get your money. I don't know. Maybe that was a different one.
He did say that.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Go back
did.
to Toronto. You know.
Well.
Yeah,
Really?
because he
That's the thing I
was
think is
crazy.
what's having so many people on Kendrick's side is that Drake is a Canadian, and
for
people are like,
sure.
I have to stick with the American. Like, I've seen people on Twitter be like, you think I'm going to choose a Canadian in this beef? No.
Obama
Absolutely
chose
not.
Kendrick.
He did. This is true.
And so did Joe Biden. Did you guys see that?
Please.
That
I can't.
I'm going to just preface
Okay,
that that's
was
one of my icks this
today.
week.
Okay, yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah.
That was...
You're lying.
I hate that I had to see that.
Me
Like,
too.
it's
I thought
up
it was a
there
lie.
with
And then
the
it was
li-
actually Pop
No,
Crave,
it
and I
was
was
real.
like,
It was
shit.
real. It's Pop Crave.
And
Yeah.
then posting it on TikTok, which you're trying to ban.
Make it make sense.
Bye bye.
Make it make
Bye-bye.
sense.
Yeah.
Like top 2 cringe moments I've ever seen of that administration. And the first one's when they're all kneeling with the kente cloth for Black History Month.
Yeah.
Like it's up there. They're pretty
Yeah.
neck and neck. But like
It's amazing
pretty
what
tight,
you forget,
yeah.
you know?
the thing is like with Kendrick's shit, like you said, it's viral, but like it's fucking catchy and it's
Yeah.
a banger. Like that's like, how is a diss track a banger? How are people playing a diss track in the club? Like
Yeah.
that doesn't even make
Yeah.
sense that you're singing along to say like you're a pedophile. You're like what? That's not even
Probably
like a club
minor.
song.
Yeah,
A
like,
minor.
That has been in my head.
And an A minor.
It's
Can we
like-
I
talk about the
know.
fucking double, triple, quadruple entendres? Because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you have to be so
Kendrick
smart
is
to
smart.
understand.
Well, that's the thing.
that.
He's always been a lyricist in that way. So
Yes.
it's like, why would you even open this door? Why would you even?
Thank you.
Like, I
Thank
don't
you.
know who he thought he was.
And then like Drake tried to like come back on that and be like, "You're talking about A minor, but you should B sharp." I was like, "No, bro.
no, yeah, that was.
didn't hit the same.
No,
That
it
did
didn't.
not hit the same." I was like, "You're
No.
joking. You're
Go-
joking."
and then he's like addressing that Drake has a ghostwriter, but the funny thing is like he like mentioned Joel Osteen when he meant to say Haley Joel Osment
It's just like.
in the Ghost movie. And Haley Joel Osment's like, how am I in this?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
how
yeah.
did I get in this beef? Like it doesn't even make sense.
Like, I'm 35. Don't worry about me.
Like, he says Joel
You're
Osteen.
like, I'm just here.
yeah.
Just oh gosh, I've literally listened to Euphoria and Not Like Us like way too many times this week. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How much like I'm into that song. Like Phoenix is listening to it like on the way to daycare. Like we're
I
like
love that.
Get him started early on
that's
the
what I'm
hate
saying.
train.
We're like bumping it. Like,
Yeah.
it's-
Honestly.
what a good
Honestly.
beef. That we haven't had like a good
know.
beef
Well, yeah. 'cause
in a while.
Yeah.
people try to sweep it under the rug.
Like
I
I'm
feel
trying to think of
like
like the last like true good like meaty rap beef that we've had. I can't. Not that I've been like old enough to like fully understand and like be in.
This one's a little weird though. It's
Why?
not like gangster.
Oh,
Oh, it's about to be. There
Well-
was a shooting
Yeah.
at Drake's house.
But I mean, it's like
unrelated, but yes.
It's like
supposedly
it's
unrelated.
like like Hollywood lifestyle, like pedophilia and like wife beating. Like puts it's just all the like shady stuff that people brush off, and it's like where like when you think about Tupac and Biggie, it's just like full on like gangster. Like I'm gonna come to the California
Because they were actual like
and like
Well,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
Gangsters.
I'm not gonna feel threatened driving through your streets, and like that was like the beef, and then this beef is
like they actually hated each other. Like they
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
had like actual hate. But I guess Kendrick does too.
Yeah, Kendrick definitely actually
He
hates
hates
Drake.
that man.
Yeah, for sure. Other way around, TBD.
And the best
But-
thing is
Yeah.
like everyone's saying like Kendrick is inspiring me to hate harder. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if
yeah.
that's not our
tweet-
podcast, I don't know what is. Like
Truly.
I don't think
I
we're
was like,
hating
"You-
enough.
I feel this so exactly. We're not.
We've been pretty soft.
we
guys.
hate like we sprinkle hate here and there. We mention it here and there, but not like hating
I
enough.
hate the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Like,
Arguably, I have been saying that about Ben Affleck.
no, yes.
I've been coming
But
for
not-
that. I
yes.
hate the way that he walks. I hate, like
Katie's
I've
been on
said
that
that.
level.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
That man.
True.
I see. If I ever see you,
Beware.
you better
That's
watch.
what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying.
knock that Duncan out of your fucking hands.
But Good Will Hunting is a
Slap
good
the
movie.
cig out
Not
of his
even.
hand too.
I can't co-sign that. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'm trying to think like who do I hate that much? Is like Katie hates Ben Affleck. And it's like probably up there.
I don't think it.
He's the
maybe
worst
Sophie
Batman.
Turner.
He is.
He's
Yeah,
the
he
worst
is.
Batman.
Maybe Sophie Turner.
You do have
she's
some
getting up.
hate.
She's getting up there. I wouldn't say it's like Ben Affleck level, but like she's definitely getting up there.
I mean, this has been like years of festering, you know?
That's
It's
true.
like-
Yeah.
All right, well, some more beefs. Yeah. Let's go down the list. What we got here?
Absolutely.
This one, I don't know about you guys, but this is like, obviously it's iconic, like for our time, this next one on the list, but like.
I'm going to need you to give us the rundown because I feel like I was on the outskirts.
Yeah, I will also need you to give us the rundown.
Oh, God.
I just know you were like definitely
I need you to
in
get
it.
close to your mic and
Yeah.
give us the rundown. Thank you.
Oh,
I said that before we started recording. I said, yeah, I need you up on that mic today.
I got like 100
Yeah.
thread, like Twitter thread right now that would like explain everything for you guys, but like.
Read it.
How much time do you have? I'm going to do the too long didn't read version. Obviously, I'm going to miss some stuff out. Okay. Disney Channel had their stars. Miley, Selena, Demi. They also had the Jonas Brothers, obviously. Miley was dating Nick, okay? But Nick also like kind of talked to Selena. Demi was talking to Joe. So there's already some mix-up going on here. You know what I'm saying? Like there's already some stuff going on. Selena and Demi were best friends, okay? Because they were on Barney together. Miley was in her own world, but like she's like the top Disney star, right? So she like kind of is like starting to get out of like the Disney like cookie cutter thing. She's starting to be like more like a rebel. So she's like on YouTube, like posting stuff or whatever. There's a video of Selena and Demi on YouTube where they're like, "What's up, guys?" And she's like wearing like a Power Ranger shirt, and she's like, "I'm with my boys." Yeah, I said it. And then Demi's like, "Yeah."
It's very.
And then
2000s,
yeah, like super like
everything,
early
yeah.
2000s. Miley makes a video of her and her best friend where they're mocking them, and it's like, "Yeah, guys, I got my boys with me." Like,
and it was not subtle. It
no,
was clearly
it was
word for
word
word.
for word,
For word.
word
exact
for word.
thing.
So you're like,
Mhm.
oh crap, like. Why is she making fun of her? And then like it's just like this thing back and forth of like who's gonna be like the Disney like queen essentially, because like they're all like trying to be at the top pretty much.
We
But
will never get celebrity beef on YouTube like that ever
No.
again because they're all too
No.
similar
No.
now.
and that was the early days of YouTube where like
yeah,
there weren't like influencers or like vloggers or like people like that. Like you actually sat down to like make a video and you just uploaded it. Like you
Yeah.
didn't like edit it. Like
No
you didn't-
editing.
No, just like
thinking
raw
about what you're
video.
saying, just going.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. So they were like all beefing, obviously. You know, like Miley has her show, Demi has her movie, Selena has her show. Like they're all like competing, but also the Jonas Brothers are involved here. It's just very messy. And then Selena starts dating Justin, so like it's kind of over at this point because she's not like talking to Nick anymore. But like Nick and Miley are like, personally, I think they belong together. I'm just gonna throw it.
I forgot you said that before.
I love Priyanka.
She's bringing it back.
I love her. Like I think she's like way too good for Nick, but like Nick and Miley deserve to be together. And this is also the time like Miley like started dating Liam Hemsworth. And anyway, I could go on a tangent about all that. But the beef at the core was that it was like, who's going to be the Disney queen? Like, essentially, like, who's going to be the top dog?
And
but
Jonas
also,
Brothers were the vessel.
And yeah, pretty much. Like, and that's what it was. Because, like, Miley had a song with the Jonas Brothers. Demi had a song with the Jonas Brothers.
Demi
but,
was
like,
on tour with the Jonas
that-
Brothers.
a movie,
Send
like-
it on the Disney
Oh,
Channel.
yeah.
can you
iconic-
imagine making a
That
song
was-
with the people that you're beefing with?
I was thinking that as you were
Honestly.
talking. It was like modern day Treaty of Versailles.
Yes.
Truly.
Like, that was,
It was.
wild. That was
Like,
wild.
how much money were they paid? Not enough, for sure,
No.
to be in that video.
Do you know how much money I would pay to be on the set of that? Like,
Yeah.
to,
I-
to have the like extra footage that like was rolling before they yelled cut or blah blah.
just,
You know,
I
Yeah, 'cause those
can't.
girls were
Go.
hand in hand
I'm
at
ready.
one point. It was like
100%.
real.
And
Yeah.
then I have to mention on top of this, Demi was like into hardcore drugs too. So like
Yeah.
she was just like off the rails, and Selena, who knows what she was doing. Miley was like starting to get into drugs too. Anyway, it was just crazy. It was just Disney drama, but there's more like underlying stuff there. But that's like the top thing, pretty much. Of course, I don't. You know, if you want to know what side I was on,
Yeah, I was just about to ask
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
it
Tell us.
definitely wasn't Demi's side because Demi
was talking to Joe.
was talking to
Yeah.
Joe. So I was like,
Yeah, you
fuck
have
Demi
beef.
Lovato.
That's one beef that you really have. and
That-
you've
Anybody
brought
who's
up
talking to
multiple
Joe.
times. Yeah.
That was my like first like beef, like for real. Where
Yeah.
I was like, she sucks. Like I'm not
Yeah.
like I'm not even. I didn't even want to watch Camp Rock because I was just so mad about it. You
That's-
know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was mad
Wow.
about it. But the thing is, which is so ironic, is like I wanted to sing so bad that it was like a hate beef, like a jealousy beef, because like I couldn't sing and she could sing really well. So I'd be like, oh, she sucks. But then I'd be like
awful
in my bathroom, like, this is real, this is me. And I'm like, fuck, I can't get it. Like, I can't hit it.
It was pretty
not
good just
hitting
then,
it that-
but-
Ooh, say less.
Joe.
Joe, please. Yeah, no, any person that Joe has talked to, I've been like,
Yeah, hardcore beefing.
they
with.
blow.
Yeah.
I do feel like you've kind of carried the Demi one though a little bit, like to this day.
I
That's
carried
something
it
that
for-
I like.
Mentioned it a couple times.
Yeah.
It's
I've carried it for a
carried.
while.
underlined.
I like Demi now.
Oh, okay.
Like, I watched their documentary, and my bad. Demi does go by they them pronouns. My bad. I've watched like their documentary, and like I feel like a lot because Demi was bipolar and drinking, and y'all already know what that was like. So I was like, it was nice to see. Not nice. It wasn't nice, but like to see the other side of it. Like, obviously, because I experienced it, but like seeing like her version of it, I was like, oh, like I have like a lot of empathy for them. But then like the Max thing, like the engagement to like that Max guy, I was like, girl,
I don't remember who.
you guys don't know? Oh,
Was that the one that was older than her?
no, he was
remember it.
younger.
they like released that they were engaged, and then like 2 seconds later, Max was like crying on the internet.
Yes,
like,
like at the beach, just
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah,
Okay, yeah,
just
yeah.
like the dramatics. It was just too much.
Like, I'm on the outskirts of Demi. I remember that now that you've said it, but I'm like,
I
who's
saw
Max?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have remembered the name if
For
Adia
sure.
hadn't said it.
I don't know how I remember the name.
Yeah.
Truly. But yeah, I mean, I like Demi now. Selena, we already know how we feel about Selena. And Miley is top dog.
Yeah. we talked
Miley's the
about
top
that.
dog.
She's
yeah,
big
so-
dog. So
Yeah. Collab with Beyonce. I mean,
So
where do
she
you go
won
from there?
out, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
most wanted
Exactly.
Top
one
song
collab
of the
with
year.
Beyonce, one
That's
is friends with Taylor Swift.
and
so.
one's dating Benny Blanco, you know?
Yeah, the same one. Yeah.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
See?
Oh. Yeah.
Wouldn't know. And that's, I mean, that just shows like who won that beef.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It was Miley. So
Exactly.
next one kind of goes Miley and Nick J. I'm just going to touch on this briefly. The 7 Things About You song.
Yeah.
Miley was a fucking savage back in the day, guys.
Well, I mean, it
Yeah.
was so obviously about him without explicitly saying it. It's so wild.
She did explicitly say she had a
dog tag,
picture
the
of them,
picture.
the
Yeah.
dog tag, the picture. Like,
Everything.
I get, yeah, but like I'm thinking
the
like
words
she didn't name
that
like
Miley was saying, like,
yeah, she didn't have to.
I know,
like-
but it's like iconic.
So iconic. Could you like
yeah.
just being like whatever age we were then and like seeing her hold up a picture of Nick with like a sad face and like if you know, you know. So you're like, oh shit. And then it's this
Yeah.
dog tag and you're like, bro, what did you do? Like, what did you do?
I
It's-
do want to know what he like. Looking back, it's like what could have happened? Like he broke up with her, like that. Like there.
yeah, that's like probably it. Like
I
that's
know.
the thing.
But it makes you wonder.
It
She
really
was
does.
so livid about it. Like,
Yeah. And what's
don't know.
crazy is they have a song together that is really good called Wedding Bells. I don't know if you guys have heard it. No, is it Wedding Bells? No. Nick wrote Wedding Bells after they broke up, I think. But they have a song together called Before the Storm. And the video of them singing that song together, like, lives. Like, when I say, like, Niley stands, Nick and Miley, Niley stands, like, we hold this video, like, that is, like, our holy grail of, like, yeah, they
Interesting.
belong together. Like, it's insane. But like, I can't deny I was singing 7 Things like nobody's business.
wasn't?
For sure.
Yeah. I think, I was like, we all were.
Yeah, I think
That
I made a
was
parody
a-
to it. Honestly,
I see that.
I love
Yeah,
that.
it was just it was great. I just love like a good like hate song like that.
well, yeah.
you know, like a good like
Mhm.
just let
Just
it
And when
out.
you know exactly who it's about,
Yeah.
it's even better because you're like, I'm hating this person right now.
Yes,
Like, I'm with
like
you.
Nick, I don't like you. Like that's so wrong. Like
Exactly.
you did her so dirty. But yeah, Disney Channel beef was like none other. Honestly, I don't
feel
know.
like it was the first real experience of like beef and hate that like because you didn't. I mean,
The ones that were, like,
growing
close
up-
to us,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. You're not paying attention to adults beefing. Like I could care less about Brad and Jennifer, like Brad Pitt and Jennifer
That was a
Aniston.
big
Honestly.
deal.
It was huge. I remember being on magazine covers, but like I still couldn't tell you what happened. I think he cheated on her. I'm not really sure.
I don't know.
But like
yeah.
I can tell you the details
yeah.
of Miley and Nick for sure. It's
We
like-
literally just
We were there in the trenches.
like we were there. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, next one here. This is an iconic one too, honestly, just because of like how
It really is.
it is now, like compared to then. Like I don't think anyone on this list is like reconciled. Maybe like one person, maybe two, but like
I'm looking at Kim and Courtney, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
they reconciled for
yeah,
sure.
I was like maybe them,
definitely did,
maybe
yeah.
them, but
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton, like
Yeah.
take it away,
That one,
guys. That
it was like a roller coaster because obviously, like, they started off as well working together and then
Yeah.
friends. And
hold on, Kim
Well,
worked for Paris.
yeah, yeah.
yes, that she organized her closet.
Yes.
I would love. I mean, Kim had it made.
That's what
I
I'm
would
saying.
love that. I mean,
Honestly,
Yeah.
Kim was like, "This is what I want to do," and I was like, "I love that for you, sister."
yeah.
But yeah, so they were friends, and then something happened where they kind of started drifting apart. They had the simple, like, Paris Hilton had the simple life, and then like Kim started keeping up with the Kardashians, and then I guess it kind of like formed into just they just went separate ways, and it was crazy because like Paris was like having drama with, was it drugs? She was
Yeah.
arrested
Yep.
for drugs,
Coke.
and then Kim was like hee hee, and then just like all the drama. So
My favorite
But
thing
then-
is about the Kim and Paris beef is like it's very clear that Kim was trying to like follow in Paris's
Yeah.
footsteps and like
absolutely.
the sex tape thing, like the going out. Like Kim used to go out.
I know.
Like
yeah. Well,
and-
that's where the Grey Goose picture.
Yeah.
Of her, like,
yeah,
sitting right-
yeah, which is like crazy. Like she was trying to be Paris, and it's like
Wait, she was
Yeah.
doing club appearances. She was.
like Paris is the blueprint.
I mean,
When I-
she was trying to get her name out there. So like
Well,
I
I feel
get
like-
going to the club appearances, doing all the things, but
I do feel
Girl.
like that's where the beef kind
Don't
of.
forget Mama J.
Who's Mama J?
Chris. Mama Jenner.
Christian.
yeah.
Oh, I
I was like, Mama J.
Publicist right there.
Yeah, I just feel like the world, like they both felt like the world wasn't big enough for both of them. I feel like that's exactly what happened because Paris like was an entity all on her own, and then had Nicole as like a sidekick. But Kim didn't want to be a sidekick; she wanted to be. So it just festered,
go.
and then like you said, she's trying to do the same stuff, and it did pan out. But which is probably why they've reconciled because now they know the world's big enough for both of them, and like it's fine.
but there would be no Kim without Paris.
Oh,
like
for sure. Yeah, probably not. Because I know Chris works hard, but
Paris did
Lay
like
the
She had
Paris
to have
laid
like
an
a
impact.
starting place. Do you know what I mean? Like
exactly.
she like Kim was now in the spotlight with Paris, and then Kris Jenner could take it and run. And so
Could we owe all of their careers to Ryan Seacrest, the executive producer of all of their shows?
I
All of
mean,
it, I'd say a
part
good
of it.
portion. A
I
good
would-
portion.
I would say a good part of it.
like he capitalized on a moment that was like very
sure.
like that was the perfect time
Yeah.
to
it was
start,
because
like, a
there
reality
weren't
show.
many like reality shows like it at the time.
Yeah.
And so, and to just keep it going for a bajillion seasons, and then now doing the Kardashians on Hulu, like
yeah.
we're there. We're interested.
Can we talk about that trailer that came out?
I
couldn't
actually-
even finish it
I
because
couldn't either, actually.
I like started it, saw Kendall first, and I was like, okay.
Kylie was like, and now
I got the same ad as you for sure because
and
I was
now
like,
our trailer.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is
she's been kind of on one because at the Met Gala she looked exactly like that, and I was like, girl, are you okay?
like? If
didn't-
You're dating
I
Timothy,
was-
aren't
that's
you
what I'm saying.
okay?
If I was dating Timothy
Yeah.
Chalamet, like it'd be
I thought
a
we were
different
gonna see
story.
like a different side of her because
I know, like a silly.
yeah.
Guess not. Anyway, I love that all of these beefs are connected. Like each person is like goes into the next person.
I know.
So Kanye and Taylor, is like
This was the beef of a generation.
it was, and it
more
was
than any.
the thing is this
Yeah.
was so long
This
ago
has
that you
divided,
don't even remember
like-
like it not being a beef. Sorry, Aaron.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say this has divided like people, millennials really. Where like you completely ignored, or you're like, okay, here.
There's
I'm-
3 things that have divided our generation. Okay, it's Republican or Democrat. It's Kanye versus Taylor, and it's Team Jacob versus Team Edward.
Yeah.
Like those are like very
3 pillars.
defining, like in our generation. Like whose side are you on? Like that is like a
Yeah.
big deal.
I feel like that is just a like whose side are you on for women? Sorry. That is
Oh.
not an argument that very many
I-
men have had.
I think that's
No,
I don't know
the
if
Yay Taylor Swift
well-
thing was just funny for us. It wasn't like whose side are you on? Because we
I felt
think
like
everybody thinks Yay is crazy. No one,
Not
no
at
one,
the
but
time.
no
not
one-
back
No,
then.
because
Not at the time.
Every guy I
Yeah.
talked to was on Kanye's side, low key.
I had plenty of people that were on the Kanye side. Yeah,
Mhm.
back then. Yeah, so was
Yeah.
I. Because I
Okay,
was like,
yeah.
fuck her.
Back in the day, like right now, if we're talking that,
Different story.
but
But
Back in
Beyonce
the day?
deserved that award.
he did.
Yeah.
So like I think he was justified in doing that. But then
I don't know
people
about
are-
justified, but I hate
I
the
just thought it was
victimization
funny.
It
that
was-
she
yeah,
capitalized
yeah,
on.
like-
Yes. Yes.
she wouldn't be that big if that event did not happen. Because people
Yeah.
love like a victim like
a white woman victim.
That is,
Yes.
I've mentioned this in our hot take episode. Like,
Absolutely.
I do feel like if he wouldn't have done that, her career would not be what it is today. Truly,
No.
she would not be as big because
No.
we've said it 100 times. Like, the world loves like a white woman scorned
and distress. Yeah.
yeah, in distress. And this was like exactly that moment. I mean, the next day she's on Good Morning America
Yeah.
talking about it. It's like I
Yeah.
remember that vividly.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know if like she deserved the award. Going on stage, he was drunk. Amber Rose said that. We know.
And that outfit,
yeah,
Oof.
yeah. But like that defined her career, and
it did.
the Taylor Swift fans would disagree and say that she did it all on her own merits and whatnot.
She
She
didn't.
does have, big discography, all that stuff, but
But it's because of that. Like
it
catapulted
catapulted her career for sure.
yeah,
it did. But what's now? It's like the tables have turned now that Kim is divorced from Kanye. She's like trying to get on like Taylor's good side because of how like big Taylor is now, like the Eras tour.
You know,
like
the thing too, Kim shouldn't be doing that just because like, girl, you don't need Taylor. But
Seriously.
I feel like Taylor Swift is like taking it too hard because like you can't tell me you would not defend your man if that happened to you.
That's
You
what I'm
cannot
saying.
tell me like the way you write albums and the way we know that you
Girl.
love men. Like you cannot tell me that if somebody was
Yeah.
coming for him, you would not do what Kim did. So you,
You would-
have to look
yeah,
at
you
it
would
and
defend
say,
Pant. Mhm.
Yeah.
because Kim
she did what she had to do.
exactly.
She did what she
Exactly.
had to do, especially when you
For
know.
her husband.
Thank
like,
you.
she was,
Right. I know. And now, like, she says, like, the video was edited. I never gave approval. I literally don't even care. Kim did what she had to do.
Yeah.
Like,
We
Kim,
heard it.
you don't need to apologize to Taylor, but Taylor also, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Literally.
You have cash in your bank. Like you're
At
fine.
the end of the day, you
because of
have
him.
10 albums about 10 different men who could all say like, "Hey, I don't consent to you
Wait a
telling me
minute.
that
Yeah.
I'm this and I'm that." Like making a whole album about Joe Jonas, and Joe hasn't said one thing, you know?
And it's fine to use your personal experiences.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's telling you not to do that. Everybody does. But
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
The money, yeah.
It's too bad. Kanye
And-
went crazy because I was
You know,
there. 808s and Heartbreak was my shit.
girl,
I'm not even kidding.
808s, Heartbreaks, Graduation,
Yeah.
his whole discography up until like what?
The divorce, really. Until
Yeah.
that's when I feel like shit hit the fan for him.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish he would get on in this Kendrick
Wait, he
and
said
Drake
something,
beef.
didn't he?
What did he say?
He said something.
And I missed
gonna-
it?
Oh, I thought he was yelling at somebody.
He said J. Cole needs to get back in. I think.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back in there, Cole.
Lyricist.
I was trying to throw him under the bus. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna try to find it real quick.
I actually think he did too.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Man, Kanye's documentary though was so like of his like beginnings of like being a producer and like trying to make it in New York was like so good. And then it got to like him like finally being famous and him just like being
Hitler's a good person.
yeah, and it's just like
Yeah,
why
like
would like
slavery was a choice.
yeah,
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
how do you go from that? Like I don't I don't get it. Like, he could have been like the next like
Mm.
Mozart or something, you know?
I mean, he literally was on track to be like,
Yeah.
with all the
He wa-
Grammys
yeah,
and
like,
like the
he was
notoriety.
one of
Yeah.
the greats.
It makes
And
no
then he just-
sense. I mean, it does make
Yeah.
sense. He has a mental illness, so like
Well.
I
Yes.
I
so
get it.
The fact that you can literally pull up like a little 3-inch thing out of your pocket that says all these haters, you know, like I
Mhm.
can imagine it gets to you when you see like
It wouldn't get to me.
a billion haters.
Nah, if I was rich as hell like that and I knew that I was like the shit, I like keep it coming, you know? Like
keep my name in the media.
please. Yeah. Like I mean, I've had haters, like one or two. And
Oh,
that's what
man.
fuels me, baby. When I got that one hate comment on something, I'm like, you know what?
Maybe that's what's
gosh.
fueling him, and maybe that's why he's just getting the crowd going.
It's
Yeah, maybe that's why he keeps saying
Maybe he's just
stupid
like,
things.
this is all just one comedy show to him because
Nah,
everybody
he's-
is
nah,
just
he's
sheeple,
got-
and they're just gonna go to his Instagram and
Nah.
comment on his post saying some shit like
no, he's just this
some
unmedicated.
hated
And
shit.
I'm not going to say insane because I think it's wrong to call people that have mental disorders insane, but like the guy is off the rocker. So
You can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped, and we all saw that on the Kardashians.
Yeah.
exactly.
True.
And that's that on Kanye. So, but I will
That's
still
on
listen
that.
to the music before all that happened. Like that's
Oh,
one.
sure you do.
That's
Same
one.
With, same with Drake, right? Same with Drake, right?
I wasn't gonna say it.
There's
Yeah.
one thing
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
sure,
gonna cap.
sure.
I'm not gonna
Sure,
lie. Sure, man. I'm telling you, like
Sherman.
I don't have a problem
Everything
listening
Jesus prior.
to that prior. Now, Morgan Wall is the exception because like that album came out after he did that stuff. But like,
That's the problem. We're
I
opening
still
this.
can't
Okay,
believe you
we're
watched
just-
that like long YouTube video with like, what did Morgan Wallen do wrong? And then you say, you know what I'm gonna do? Stream his songs. Listen to him get into this.
That one was worse.
you guys
Well,
are acting like he was singing like the song and he said it in the song.
But you admitted to knowing before you
Bro,
started
it was-
listening. Like that made it worse. I
If
still don't
I-
agree with you about Drake, but
if I canceled every white man that you know what?
You're,
Yeah, don't open that can of
you're
worms.
digging
Don't do
deeper
that.
I was
and
like,
deeper and deeper.
you don't want to do this. You don't want to do it. It's not worth it.
No,
I got nothing left
for
to say.
another podcast episode.
We're gonna
though.
we're gonna have to blacklist this whole episode.
I-
We went so hard for Kanye just now, like, ugh.
I know. Yeah, that was a yikes.
And one of us admitted to still listening.
to pre. I mean, I just listened to Black Skinhead the other day. I'm like, fuck, this fucks, man. Like,
But you see that that's a problem, right? Because like, the money. I wish I could put 808s and Heartbreak back on. I wish I
I
could.
mean,
Might as well
you-
just throw on some Gary Glitter while you're at it.
the more you know. No,
There you go.
we don't support Gary Glitter here, so.
Check with us next week. See what Adia's.
Next. Hey
He's like,
guys, actually, I did a banger ass song.
That album?
It's like posted on my Instagram.
Like, wait.
Let's just touch on the other one. Solange and Jay-Z, Elevator, iconic. I don't
There's
care
nothing
what
else
the
that's
beef was even
iconic.
about. Like, I
Oh,
just
we
love
know
it.
what it was about, don't we?
Yeah, he cheated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But, like, do I care?
Right.
No, I
right.
just love
Yeah.
that video. Like, I wish we had more leaked videos like that.
True.
Of,
I
like,
agree.
Honestly, like that was good for TMZ to do. Like,
yes.
leak that up.
Yes. Do more things like that, please.
Like, that's what we want.
That's like I'm still waiting for the Ring camera footage of this
I
Joe and
know.
Sophie shit. Like I
Actually,
know they have it.
I know they do too. Somebody
Somebody's
has
got
signed
it.
something.
Somebody at the Ring Cloud company has access to this shit, and
It's
they just
coming out. In
They've
divorce
been watching
proceedings,
it
I
and
think.
laughing at us.
and I just
True.
I love that people are like, "What's on the Ring camera? Is Sophie making fun of Joe being short or like something like stupid like that?" Anyway, just
One
leak
day.
it at this point.
Please.
Miley and Nikki, I never really got this one.
I honestly
Like
I don't
never-
remember. I'm sure because the whole thing was back to this bitch who had something to say about me in the press.
Yeah,
at
I
the
thought she was
at the VMAs,
Yeah,
joking.
right?
Miley was good.
Yeah, I thought she was joking like at that time. She was like, "Miley, what's good?" And she's like
I think-
smiling, and I'm like, "Oh, that's a joke." But no,
I think it was like Miley came after Nicki after saying something about Taylor Swift, I feel like, and Miley was
know.
kind of defending her. And then she's like, now who has a lot to say about me in the press. Miley, what's good?
Yeah, it was pretty short-lived because
And
I don't think
so-
anything really came of that. After, I
No.
mean,
Mhm.
And that was during Miley's bangers era, so she was already kind
on
of
a
like,
high
It's
too.
chaotic.
yeah, that was already
Mhm.
like a lot going on there.
Mhm.
Speaking of Nicki, are we not listening to
I-
Nicki Minaj anymore? Because I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm not. I'm not.
I'm
All right, all
okay.
right.
Good.
I'm not listening to Nicki Minaj
Okay,
anymore.
well, there's a lot of reasons to not listen to
Yes.
Nicki Minaj, but
ton.
also she's on the
Yeah.
bad side of a few beefs.
Yes.
Bigfoot.
Yes.
I mean, Cardi B.
Like
Yeah.
Meg
Meg.
had a whole
Yeah.
episode dedicated
We had a
about
whole
that.
episode about
Go
it.
back
Yeah.
and listen.
Yeah.
But
I don't listen to Nicki anymore. I
I'm proud of
Fuck the
you.
Club Up came up in my shuffle the other day, and I was
you
like,
had to go.
high heels on my titties.
And then you hit
Don't-
skip.
And I was like, all right, that's it. I did it. I'm
That's
not.
it. That's what
That's
I
it.
needed.
That's all I needed. I scratched the itch.
Yeah.
No more Nicki. Yeah, no more Nicki. Mariah Carey, Eminem.
That was iconic because it was just like Eminem was, I think they dated for like a couple months, but then Eminem, like it started with Eminem being like, Mariah, I want you on a track. And she was like, no. And then they like but they also like kind of started writing something. And he was like, Mariah, I'm obsessed with you. And then kept putting her in songs.
Yeah.
And then she was like, why are you so obsessed with me? The critically acclaimed song.
And the way it looks exactly like that man in the music video. Like, come on.
The way that Eminem looks
was
like
so good.
that Eminem in the music video
I
now.
know.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
like
Exactly.
it's a good song.
yeah.
Exactly.
Mariah
and
is
then
good.
after that, Eminem was like, I'm warning you, Mariah. Don't say. And she's just like, who are you?
That's her
Literally.
best offense. Literally.
I know.
I don't know her.
My skinty
Which
queen.
brings us to the next one of J-Lo and Mariah Carey, of just the iconic line of someone asking Mariah if she knows who J-Lo is. And she's like, I don't know her. And you're like, that's so iconic of her.
But like you
And then
do.
J-Lo,
Well, yeah, right.
J-Lo
We
was
know
like-
you do, but
and then J-Lo was like, I have nothing against her. No hate, blah, blah, blah.
I-
You're like, shut up, J-Lo.
I wish I could pretend not to know J-Lo.
Oh.
I like wish that I could.
Now,
Can we please
I'm
hate
like,
watch
okay,
her
girl.
movie, please?
Honestly, I almost put it on the other
I
day.
we
need
have
to
to.
hate watch the movie, guys.
We'll
We
live
have
react
to.
to that.
I think
Yeah.
so. We need to.
I still haven't watched the trailer. That's why you guys haven't
You
gotten a
haven't watched
reaction.
the trailer yet?
No, because I can't. I literally can't do it, Adia.
Aaron, she didn't watch the trailer.
That's why you guys
know,
didn't get a
and I
reaction video. Because I never watched it.
I need you to make a react video, please.
If there's one thing in this world I need, it's you to make a reaction video
Maybe
to
I'll
this
get
trailer.
there. Maybe I'll get there. Because I just like,
Yeah.
you know, I have not been the biggest fan of her just like generally and like
Yeah.
whatever. But it's worse now. You all know why.
We know.
Her fucking
We
husband.
know. I think the whole pod knows.
Dewey knows, that's for sure.
Poll in the chat. Why does Katie hate J-Lo?
Literally.
Anyway.
That's good. I was just a young girl running down the block. Crazy hair.
Ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese in the orange drink. If you know, you know. Like, girl, what?
And a bag of chips.
And a bag of chips.
And then everybody being
Like,
like,
this is
no,
what
we
my
don't
hair
know.
looks like.
Like-
Blah-
Did you see the Met Gala where someone was like, J-Lo, who are you wearing? And she's like, Scaparelli.
Yeah,
Like,
Yes.
I did.
please.
I was like, that's
Humble.
what you're there for, sister.
Right.
Like, talk about your
Lit-
outfit.
literally.
About your clothing.
We're literally here to talk about clothes and costumes and outfits.
It's
and
ridiculous.
Designers.
Not to keep bringing her up, but did we all see like all of her Met Gala looks all look exactly the same?
I did.
Or
I saw that
different fonts
compilation.
of each other.
I
was
saw
like,
that compilation.
Every time she wears anything to anything, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
except for
it's
the
like
one
the
green
silver,
dress.
like
I
one.
will say,
yes.
yeah,
The one.
that
Mhm.
they say the reason that Google Images is a
Right.
thing is because it was like the most searched thing after she wore that green dress. Is like what people were searching.
I'm sure, but you can't have one sleigh 20 years ago and call it good. You know what I mean? It's like
There we go.
Like
Honestly,
we
that's
need you
the
to show
tea.
up not in like a bejeweled like naked mermaid fit. Like I'm over it.
She said what she said.
Strapless.
She said
I
what
got
she
bullet
said.
points. I
There we
don't know. I
go.
mean, like
There we go.
there's an underlying reason, but I got other bullet points.
Listen, we're good
So
there.
funny.
We're good on
We're
the
good.
on JLo. Yeah, we
Yeah.
know that's a good one. And then this most iconic. I love this one just because like I feel like I
You've lived it.
know that I've lived this beef with my sister. Like Kim and Courtney.
We were just talking about our sisters' beefs like at the beginning of this podcast episode. So it's like we understand the Kim and Courtney beef.
It's like if you haven't fought like your sister, have you and your sister fist fought before? Or like gotten a tussle?
So the thing
I haven't fist fought my sisters.
You gotten like a tussle? Like a
I love a little tussle. No, the thing is, Nikki and I have always gotten along, and we had friends, like sibling friends, that we would all hang out together, and they would fight. So then Nikki and I would pretend to fight because like we wanted to be included. But like I personally, I don't know how she feels, but I personally never felt like we never really tussled like that.
You know what I mean?
I love a good sister relationship.
How healthy of a sister relationship?
I don't know about healthy. I'm sure we've definitely pissed each other off, but never like.
You guys have never like put hands on each other.
Well, like, right, no. And, like, she left for that little thing, and I was like, who am I going to talk to? I talk to Nikki every day. And then she had Wi-Fi, God bless. But
oh, my gosh.
I was just like, we didn't see each other for 2 weeks, and I was like, girl, where you been? Like, what you been up to? Like,
yeah.
we never tussled like that.
Imagine. I'm so jealous.
That's so cute.
Aaron, did you guys tussle? Because you had two.
Yeah,
I had two. I think I, like, tussled more with Jay because she was younger and just like pesty and like trying to be in my business. But also like me and Jordan didn't get like close until she went to college. So I was like I guess a sophomore in high school, and then she was a freshman in college. So it was like that's when we kind of got closer. But and then we were closer before my younger sister was born. So well.
Common denominator. All right, Jay. Yeah, no, me and my sister tussled for sure.
Knock the makeup off her.
Put the paws on her. Knock the makeup, probably.
Yeah.
If I was wearing makeup, I would be knocked.
You know the shot I'm talking about.
Yeah. I was the one that was getting knocked. I'll say that. Like,
shit.
I wasn't doing the knocking. I was not.
No.
I was not doing the knocking.
Yeah.
Lots of kicking. Lots of like just.
Oh shit. I just you said kicking. I did kick Nikki's tooth out once.
Wait. But
it wasn't
me
like
and Nikki don't fight. Also, I've kicked her tooth out.
Okay, we weren't fighting though. We were just like karateing in the front yard. It was like
Wait, I just remember since you said that.
Now we're like unlocking memories. Yeah.
Now it's unlocking a memory. My sister, Jay, while we were sharing a pull-out couch at my grandparents' house, she jumped on the bed, fractured my big toe. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
I think we all have stories of our sisters like injuring us or us injuring them.
Mine was not on purpose. It sounds like hers wasn't either, but you know.
She should have been more careful with me laying on the bed.
For sure.
Mine was I made like a ceramic monkey in art class and I was on my bed and my sister like came in my room and was like, get the frick out of here, you know? So I like jumped off the bed and the ceramic monkey, like the ear was broken. So I jumped on the ceramic monkey and then I slipped my foot open. And then I was like, oh my God, I was about to pass out. My sister was like, well, see ya. Like, she just like left me. Like, I'm about to die. Like, I thought I was in Vietnam. Like, I was like, oh my God. Like, they're going to have to amputate my leg.
Yeah.
And she's like,
you're like, what's on this monkey? Like, disease.
She's like
no, I literally did not see her. Like, I don't know where she went. And I was like, Mom, I need to go somewhere. Like, the hospital or something.
Help, please.
And the thing is, I had the talent show like that week.
The one where you like
is that
the one where I danced?
Yeah.
To Don't Stop. Yes.
Yeah.
And I was devastated. I'm like, I'm gonna have a freaking cast on. Like, I was so mad at my sister.
Here we know you got first place from
know.
it. So
that's wild.
In hindsight, the cut was not bad. Like it was like a very surface level cut.
It was like a mini paper cut.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just like long, and I was just like, oh boy, like I don't see blood like that. So I was like, yeah they're amputating for sure. Like I'm gonna live my life without a foot. Like I've accepted it. Shout out to my sister. So.
Shout out to Kim and Courtney.
Shout out all our sisters.
Shout out to all of
Shout out to Kim and Courtney.
But them specifically, that was a good beef for them. I love that because it's real.
It is because that's like the thing is when Kim was like, "You stole my wedding venue," like, no, that's so fucking real. Like she was so right for that.
Like, people who don't have siblings and most importantly sisters don't get that.
No,
like they were like, oh, this is stupid, like, no, just get over it, blah blah blah. I was like, no, you don't understand.
You don't. get it. When you're looking for something and you know it's in your sister's room and you find it, the rage that you feel inside is like not comparable.
Yeah, and this
I
is
just
10
thought of
times
something else.
that.
Yes.
I don't need to drag my sister again. So
I'll keep dragging. The fact that like I would take my sister's clothes and like tell her like, hey, I really like that top, like I really want to borrow it, and she would just say no just because she didn't want me to be cute. Like she was just being a hater.
Just like petty. Yeah.
Like, yeah, and like I would ask, like that's the thing, I'm not just taking it, and then she'd say no, and I'm like, well, okay, fuck you, I'm still taking it now, like, and now we have a problem because I come home wearing your shirt and you're like, yo, that's my shirt, and I'm like, it's not.
okay.
I'm like, I just got the same shirt. And then you go look in your closet and your shirt's not there. And it's like, well,
I don't know what
now
to
we
tell
got to
you.
tussle. Like, you know, like
I need it back.
That's just what it is. That's what it is with sisters. People just don't, they don't get it.
Nope.
The other really good one I wanted to talk about was Florence Pugh and Olivia Wilde. I just loved this so much.
Well, and the way that they had to do a whole press tour hating each other and just didn't even look at each other.
That's
didn't even
why I loved
look
it.
in the same direction.
That's why I loved it so much. Because I don't like Olivia Wilde. That's a beef I have.
She had so much going against her because she was also dating Harry at the time, and like you know, the world's against you. Unfortunately,
Just that relationship was like already.
So not only like is the world against you because you're dating like America's sweetheart or the world's sweetheart, but also like you left your husband Jason Sudeikis
and your
First
kids.
of all, that's the one. You left Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
Or the
you ungrateful bitch. You don't even know what you have. You know what I'm saying?
Every Love on Tour stop without your kids, it's like, come on, like,
girl.
He says it's a family fucking show. Bring them.
Go home, please.
Yeah.
Go home to your children.
It's literally the idea of you, like it's.
I can't.
Triggering.
I can't.
It's literally.
I can't.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Florence definitely won that because so much came
for
out
sure.
too, where it was like there were apparently portions of the movie that were directed by Florence because Olivia was just like doing whatever the fuck she wanted.
She's
Whatever,
barely in
making
her
out
own
with Harry,
movie.
like in the thing.
Yeah. It make no sense. Like I feel like Florence, like she was the best part of the movie. Like Harry,
unfortunately, yeah.
Olivia, like trash, like in her own movie, which is wild to me. But like Florence, like carried that entire movie.
The thing is, that movie is basically a remake of The Stepford Wives with Nicole Kidman. So put that one on. Call it a day.
Literally, we didn't need a remake with Olivia.
Yeah.
Maybe with Florence, yeah, I'll take it. But like,
yeah,
we didn't need Olivia's take on it.
And we didn't need Harry. Like when people, this is my beef with the Harry stans. They want him to be everything. Like they wanted him to be Prince Eric, and guess what? We got Jonah Howard King, and he was amazing and perfect and beautiful, and we didn't need Harry Styles.
No, we love Harry, but like we also know like what's realistic for like a role for him.
I don't know if there's anybody else on our list.
I said,
I think should mention me and Adia's beef.
Oh,
she already prefaced this in the elevator, so this isn't a surprise to me.
Oh, okay.
Well, because it's not real.
I'm ready.
No, this is a fake beef.
Yeah. Well, it's fake because Adia just for months thought I was coming for her for no reason.
No, we have receipts.
It wasn't real. It's all a gag.
Doesn't sound fake.
It's all a bit.
Wow.
At least to Adia.
It's a
It wasn't.
bit.
It was
a bit.
It was a bit.
It was a
That's
bit.
why it hasn't happened in a while, because like the bit was like last year.
It's over.
Anyway, guys, great episode about beefs.
Literally.
Yeah.
We love
This
beefs.
was fun.
Yeah.
This was a good one.
Are we loves and nicks everybody?
Yeah, I'll do
quick.
Yeah, I'll do them quickly. Who's going first?
I can go.
Okay.
Okay.
My loves the Taylor Zakar Perez pics of him at the F1 race.
Ooh.
Delicious.
Big.
And
Those
now
were
I need
big.
A movie. I need a movie.
His Instagram.
Chef's kiss.
Ooh. Poppin'.
Yeah.
Poppin'. And then my other love, the Jonathan Bailey, Phoebe Denevor pic of them walking out of the hotel at the after party holding hands changed my life. That's my new personality. My ick was hate reading a bad book. And one work related, but people who think their work is better than it actually is. I won't go into it, but
No
just
need
that.
to elaborate. Yeah.
All been there.
And then the last ick, ordering something and getting sent a tracking number, but then it not being shipped for another week.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
And you're
Yeah.
checking every hour on the
I'm
hour.
drinking.
Yeah.
And I know nothing has happened, but
Yeah.
I'm like, where is my package? Where is my package? Because I don't want it to get lost or like stolen. So
Yeah.
I'm like fully invested in it.
Yeah.
Anyway. So
Yeah.
those are my
Those
loves
are
and
good.
icks.
I can agree with those.
Yeah. My loves are similar to previous loves that we've discussed. It's Vampire Week at my household. I'm watching
I
Van
love that.
Helsing. I'm watching True Blood. I'm rewatching Interview with the Vampire. Interview with the Vampire season 2 drops on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Counting down the days, counting down the hours. That's that on that. Everything in my life is vampire related. And then my ick, and I will use any opportunity to talk about this. I hate pickleball so much. I've mentioned it
Yeah.
before on this podcast, and it pisses me the fuck off. We've been playing tennis because it's like been nice outside.
Yeah.
And when I show up to those tennis courts and there's fucking pickleball players, I want to gouge my eyes out with the back of my racket. I
Say it.
hate it. Just play
Yeah.
fucking ping pong.
Yeah.
Go home. Don't come to this tennis court. Play a real
Oh my
sport.
gosh.
Like
Listen, I'm with you.
I wish
Yeah,
I could
agree.
like. I wish I could just get over it, but like, I show up and I just shut the fuck up and go home. That's that.
Wow, I love that.
Okay, I have 2 icks this week. Number 1, picture of Joe Jonas came out of him and Stormy, whatever the fuck her name
Daniels?
is. No,
I was like, wait.
be better than Stormy. Yeah, no, Stormy Bree or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
haven't
yeah.
seen the photo. Yeah.
His
Clearly.
his
Me neither.
arms like around her. It's blurry as fuck, but like you know what's going on. And like I saw it at like midnight last night or something, and I'm like,
That's the worst
bro,
time.
fuck
Day
this.
ruined.
Like what?
I'm trying to sleep. have
Thank
dreams.
you. That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever. Ick. Right? And then my other ick is that it's fucking ant season again. And like, bro,
Oh,
I
no.
cannot fucking take seeing ants. Like, I can't stand it. And it's just like a nightmare. Anyway, it's just really annoying. And then my love for this week, I just love, I'm going to say my love for this week. I love hiking. I love like the Appalachian Trail and just like being outside and just being with nature and being outside. It's a really good time. And I think people that hike are just great. I wish I could do it.
Fresh air.
Yep.
What can you say?
Yeah.
What can you say?
Yeah. That's all I got.
Love.
Love.
Much.
Lovies. Lovies.
Well, thank you everyone so much for listening to our celebrity beef episode. I hope you were heated with us throughout the episode. And if you made it this far, we love you so much. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.